All right. Thursday, October 26, 2017, Kevy's birthday. It's 2 o'clock. It's about an hour after market closes here. Take a look at the S&P here. This does not look like it's logged, but the old angle of ascent kind of thing. Alright, this one comes up logged. Overlap value would be nice since it's in the blow-off phase. And price access, use log scale. Core show prices percent. Let's take a look here. That'll work. Okay, so yesterday I mentioned that even though they kind of swiped underneath here, the target would be a swipe up in here. Now we're only talking, what are we playing here? About a 30-point range here. So what is that? Like a 1.3% or something to that degree, right? So, you know, we're not talking much for right now, but you would want to be underneath here or some sort of trailer underneath. Actually, let me do this. Ribbon. Regular moving average. And the high-tech one, so that's what we got here. I kind of just, for cheaters here, is drawing trend lines for me here. All right, so that would assume tomorrow, Friday, we have GDP. You know, you have Amazon and Google and all these other guys, but it's not the total market. I had to pick up a couple of gigs, and I'm finding more and more 50s and 100s coming my way. So the humans are spending. I sent out Twitter. It's easier for me to post to Twitter than it is to stock twits, just because I don't have enough time in the day. So what I'm looking for is that GDP. It's plus or minus, you know, 1/10 of a point around consensus. If it comes in weaker, then I think the market would have an issue. I did take the long side of bonds and ultra bonds for the subscribers. I send out the portfolio. The thing here is that we're working on a blow-off phase, so it's mostly NASDAQ related stuff. The smokestacks, because of commodities, go the other way, then the prices are going to come down, you know, like fertilizer and stuff like that. So the corporations that have purchased this stuff are sitting on a depreciating asset, right? Even though they're just in time kind of thing. Oil looks to be, if we get a little follow through in oil here, we may be running, the money should be moving into the oil. Something fierce. Looks like Brent's leading the way, and I'll get to that in a second. But for right now, it looks as though we'll say 25.50 area here. What's about that? 48. Okay, so I have a mark here at 45.75 for support for right now. But the angle of ascent will begin to increase sharply here. But the structure for the topping action, you know, you can have wider swings. The 87 crash peaked in August and took August, September, October. Took 2-3 months. So here is advanced decline, blah, blah, blah. Technically, this is kind of a P pattern. What the hell is this? Oh, I don't want that on. Okay, how do I get rid of it? You go away. Does it actually draw on here? Well, okay. P pattern, market profile. You can find the handbook at the CME.com. Just type up in Google, just type CME handbook, and you'll find market profile. This is just an eyeball. Usually a P-type pattern is short covering, and you had that all today. Here's all the advancers. Here's the advancing. What's that, volume? Is that volume down? What am I missing here? Volume D. Alright, U. Okay, is there volume U? Down volume difference. Okay, sure. What the hell? Okay. We'll splash that on there for now. So you had basically short covering, but since it's a P, you had an ample amount of people who said, okay, whoopsie, We took out the low here. Are we going to take out the high up in here? Where are we at? 26, 25, 82. We also have another line up in here at 78. So what are we talking? 15, 20 points. Okay. And this was the ticks. So basically, I'm looking at today as short covering, but some sort of I'm watching a topping pattern here. It's just a matter of time, right? Just a matter of time. If it takes 1 year, 2 years, or whatever. Here's notes. Okay, so I kind of said, well, we came down here. If anything should happen with the GDP, maybe we'll bounce up. There is talk of having to raise rates in December. Fed funds. Which one is that? Again, that one is GE is $0, but we can take a look. Euros. No, I'm not going to take a look. Gosh, what is ZQ? 30-day Fed funds. Jeez, I can still remember. Okay, ZQ on here. What do I have? 2 hours. I'm going to need it daily. Or weekly, actually. Alright, so this is Fed funds. So as this comes down, interest rates go up, but we've been basically sideways here and stalling. That's how I'd kind of look at stuff. We may have an incident tomorrow where GDP comes in weaker, okay, and then there will be talk of the interest rate hike in December to be put on hold. But we have oil and stuff, so I just took the long side of debt, even though I already have short positions, so it's kind of like a hedge. Set to chart default. Yes, this is it. Okay, wow, that was a nice move there, Kev. You see that one? That was that earthquake. Wow, nice call there, buddy. 8.0 earthquake in Mexico. Bammo, topo. Wow, 27, 2 points. Did you right? A couple of grand. All right. 4-hour work. Alright, so I took a long side on here for overnight, but if the GDP comes in warm, consensus is, I think it was like 3.1 for last and 2.5 this time. What quarter is that? Oh, that's the summer months. Okay, that's usually slow, right? Yeah. Also, okay, so I'll put an alarm here. Got a new mouse and stuff, but it's not moving as quickly as I like. One of those wireless jobbies with the board. I suppose if I would have purchased one in this century. Taking let's see here. Would mean the possibility of Fed hike in December on hold on H12. Okay. All right, so that's the notes there. Beaners here. I think I'll switch over to commodities here. The dollar's picking up. The euro is a pretty easy one this morning here. I thought we'd get a bounce in Asia with Aussie, New Zealand and stuff, and it didn't happen last night. So, well, the dollar may pick up and turn into a tear. Commodities, harvest, and all that fun stuff. Stronger dollar means export issues. I'm looking for a drought of some sort and a hard winter. So my focus is planning on getting to deferred contracts. All right, possibility of a buy down here on twos, but that would only mean if the GDP comes in weaker, like a 1.8 or something, but I don't think it's going to be that far off. Wheat kind of stuck sideways here for right now. It's at an okay price. You know, like I said, I preferred something under 3, but that's just greed. All right, we're back to the top with A's. Aussie. Okay, so Aussie's rolling over. Like I said, if commodities come off, Aussie's going to come off too. This one here, British pound. All right, that's a bouncer there. Remember, we're watching the British pound, New Zealand dollar, Great Britain pound, and New Zealand dollar. This is the 55 bagger. It's marching nicely on here. Looks like a flag here. I'd like I said, I use a Wanda, and so I can, say I'll buy 1,000 here. Uh, what's that? 50 to 1 leverage. That's $20. Okay, so 10,000. It's $200. That kind of thing. You don't have to move a whole 100,000 lot or whatever. Get your feet wet. You can go 20 to 1 leverage, 10, 30, 40, 50 to 1. All right, what do we got here? Okay, why is the Canadian dollar coming off if oil's poking its head through the upper end here? Here's the euro. This was droggy and everything this morning. That was a nice drop of what, 200 on here? I guess a little less than that. Japanese yen. Okay, so I'm wondering if we got an inverted head and shoulders here. I haven't seen the GDP yet for that. I only have one day off, so Wednesday is it. But my schedule is I'm good till 11, which is 11, 12, 1, 2 New York time. So what my problem is trying to go to bed before midnight. We'll get there. Trust me on this one, you don't want to be labor. But I learn a lot, how the humans are behaving, if they're spending their money frivolously or whatever. It's the first time I've been work since 2007. It was a nice decade. All right, yeah, another decade squandered. I'm halfway to 100 now. Yay, okay, and possibly inverted head and shoulders on here. The Japanese yen has been a carrier trade for 30-something years here. There's a couple of pennies here. It's 8/10, hundreds, thousandths of a penny. This is in pennies. Okay, so that's the yen is fuddy-duddy, like Mexican pesos. But I believe last time I heard something in April, May, whatever it was, that Japan had finally strung a couple of quarters together. Here's my Mexican peso. You came back down. We got you with silver and all that other stuff too, don't we? Like I said, the Mexican peso, the strongest of the best bets for 2017, the pound and the Mexican peso long. New Zealand, okay, so we're still trailing lower. What I do here is usually on the second moving average line, if there's a poke, you can short through it. Here it didn't make the second line. These are SAR dots on here, and I also have trailing. These are trailing here. ATR trailing stop. Oh, all right. Success Swiss francs. All right, what do we got? 152. The market is closed, but I will add that then to my. Now let's see here. Go to bar charts. So 152. Is that the last? We'll hold some Swiss francs overnight here. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Scan results. Time is at 2:30. Any day now, sister. Dear Lord, just work with me here, folks. Okay, with the bar chart. Bar chart. All right, so we're in Swiss francs, 152. Come on. Log in. Holy buckets. Facebook. Yep, that's me. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't have all day. Jeez. Portfolio. You're killing me. I think it goes S6, right? This one's backwards. Swiss francs D's. We'll buy 3 contracts. Entry price, what was it? That's got 5.7, whatever. I think it was 5.9 or whatever. Oh, 5.7. What does it say? 5.7? We'll just say 5.9. We'll pay 2 ticks up. Where do I want to get out of this? Alright, we got a POC at 101.42. Okay, exit price. We don't have that yet, so we have 101.42, right? So what is that? About 90 pips on there. High flag. Okay. All right. So 3 contracts. Okay. So I apply that while I'm here. I'll go to entry date. This is stuff that I've added today so far that I've gone through. Ultra bonds, gasoline. I need to. Is that today too? Yeah, gasoline. So gasoline. I was giddy about gasoline yesterday and it popped up. So Swiss franc. Why did I buy 3? Well, whatever. I gotta clean all this stuff up. T-bonds have already hit. Okay, those are my shorts. Alright, so I'm basically having a hedge bounce. And here's my silver. Look, I should get out of it. They are flashing. My targets were hit, but it's for me, it's like, like this here. Natty gas, buy. Obviously, what's this? Entry price 12, low flag 14. Oh, that was to remind me to get in. Okay, soybean meal. I need to buy more on weakness, though. Alright, so getting back on track. Actually, I think you can download this, right? Alright, cool. Okay, so I picked up some Swissy here. I'm dumping. We'll set an alarm here. Still building the house next door. Start turning everything on at 7 a.m. God bless them. Alright, target price on the Swissy. Target. Okay, target. What did I say? 101.44 profit. Profit of, what do we got? 12.50. Where am I at? 52. So it's a little less than that. So we'll just call it $1,200. Alright. It's a little bit less, whatever. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. How many ticks off? 52. 47 is 5. $75. So it's 11.75. 11.75. Whatever. Alright, but we got to go up to here, which is another 130. Alright. Here to tell you to take some profits. 170. No. Come on, stupid mouse. Red alert. Next target, we'll say 74. Next target, 1.0174. Technically it's 80, but it gives you time. You don't want to get too close because it spikes and then you can't get out of it. It reverses on you. Okay, great. Alright. Come on, you. Okay, here's Brent oil. Alright, so Brent busted through. Of course, busted isn't a word. Daily and weekly. So 55 on oil, so $4 on the downside. I think we looked at orbs yesterday. So we have a breakout, and happy place again is up here at 64. So oil Brent has another $4 to move higher here. I got a sneaky feeling our GDP is going to come in a little warm from the consensus. All right. Here we have, well, let's see, it doesn't include the month of October on the breakup for oil. All right, so the happy place here is 64.5, so it's roughly about another, what's that, $5 higher, 5.25 higher. So this, need to set an alarm here for Brent. Take profits. Take profits. I'm going to say take profits, profits on the breakout. Breakout of $5,250. Create. Alright. So I picked that area because it's a happy place here, the point of control. and the top of the 70% range of the trade in 2015. So now some people are going to go, hey, oil's at a 1-year high or multiple months for right now on Brent. Okay. Crude is not, oh, it's stalled right at this S1. All right, switching over to weekly style of monkey bars, regular. All right, see, so it hasn't broke up, but it'll immediately, they'll go, oh, it's at a 3-year high kind of thing, or 2-year high, or whatever. So 59, so that's $7. I think it's at 5 yesterday, but I think it was talking about off the bottom here, so 59. But then after that, we're talking, what was it, like 60, we'll say 67, and then it's like 74, and here it's 76, but try not to overstay your welcome if we get that high. This is going to be quite the interesting deal. Let me actually go here to coming in at traders. So I go to futures, I go to coming in at traders, I go to oil. There's Brent on there, ethanol, natty gas. No, that's because they probably don't have it. Kind of like in Canada. All right, open up my screen. All right, go to the commitment traders. All right, so template, SAR and trendsetter. Okay, so we got a lot of volume here. That's D's, so we got some rollover coming in. But they're buying the breakout here. Come in, traders. We got channels. Gosh, I wish I had some time off. Alright, so what do we have? That's not 65 area. Alright, let's take a look at the commitment traders here. So commercials are short. They've been short for a long time. Here's our hedge funds. Managed money. These guys don't want any of this. Producers are getting long, so they're not investing in rigs. They're green, so swap dealers, so they're swapping. Okay, so producers aren't drilling, they're just buying the marketplace. Okay, that's how I'm reading that. Channels. Those channels. Oh, I see. So we poked through there. We poked through there once before. How far did it drop? It dropped from 52 to... do better than that, Kev. Unbalanced volume. The money's coming in. Well, this is December. And the money flow. Okay, so we have to watch out for a reversal on here on oil. That's that, right? Yeah. Take a look at this here real quick. Alright, so this is SPY landing on support here. Okay. Going back to the charts. Alright, so we'll have to watch for reversal. Watch Brent. Brent's a leader here. Okay, ES. Alright, so ES today, basically what I have going on here is it's about, we'll say, half back. But like I said, it won't take much. What is this, 10 points? 10, 12, 16, 18 points? You know. Like I said, usually when you get hard swings like this, you get some sideways action here. Just this was how giddy it was, and it flowed back, but they didn't hold any of the support level, like this neckline. What is this? 64 to 77 is 13. 50 would be 51, which would be here. It fell through it. So anything, anything under 48, then run to the hills. I've got to do this here. Come on, you. Okay, create alert. And you know what? This is a magnet. There's no batteries in here. So whack 'em, wake 'em, tablet. Okay, so I need, we'll do 47 3/4. Come on. There you go. Good luck. You'll run to the hills. Run to the hills. Close below 25. 24, 25. How about 25, 70, 47? Jesus. We'll say 48. Okay. So here's 54. That's a happy place. So, okay, so that's a yes. Gold. Okay, gold slipped through here, but we got a green bar down here. Okay. Maybe if oil breaks out, then you'll get a huge reversal in gold. Gold could go up $15, $20 if oil can break out. That would be par for the course, right? We have inflation. So right now, when we looked at commitment of traders, we were seeing that the managed money isn't buying the breakout. So they're going to have to chase after it. I think this copper here was making kind of like a triangle or a wedge or whatever, however you want to look at it here. And we're at the happy place. Heat and oil. Oh, that was for March too. Heating oil. Okay, you banged off of this. What is this? Are you open? 185.21. Gosh, 185.21. Go back, right? 185 for November. So go back. Find my. Oh, so much stuff. Carryovers. Get rid of. More tabs. The manual for my thing. I can close you. I can close you. Come on. Oh, that's right. This is where it was. Okay, so I need to go to the dashboard. Portfolio. Alright, transaction. Heat and oil. For October. Yeah, right. This is 900 degrees. That transaction. Does heating oil work this way? How about heating? Heating oil. Oil. Ice, December heating oil. Locks. Alright, we'll do it. Okay, we're going to short 3. And whatever the price. 184.99. 184. Oh, it's 184. That was 99. Let's take a quick look again. 185.21. What do I got? I have the other one. Cute. It's 185.21. Or hold it. Whatever. Just take the last. 184.99. Take the last. Apply. Okay. Price heating oil is not going to be on here. Alright, back to the charts. Alright, so a short on heating oil here. Short. Yeah, you do that all the time, but you don't do it now. Cattle. Holy buckets, I rebooted you. Why are you taking forever? Natty gas. So Natty's going to crack here. 2017 range, it's below it. So I need standard bars. I want I need volume bars here. And we're going to have to kind of set this, we'll do a 30 minute. Alright, so another flag here. Below pivot, below pivot. Okay, well, that's right. Remember, we're trying to mark here. So we should have a buy under here. 86, I think, here. But it's like naked puts again. You know, to get long. What's this one look like? 20 days? So this is twice as long. Alright, so what do we have here? 82 and 79.80. Okay, we may have a bigger breakdown here. Oh, that's right. This is a huge amount of sideways. $305.78. Where we had December. Whoops, I gotta go get rid of all those other contracts. Okay, NQ. So you came storming back, but you bang off 98. That would be, see, 60.98 would be watch for failure. Watch for open feeding on Friday. Open feeding on Friday. Okay. All right, so that is the NASDAQ. You can see what it is I'm going to treat this as an ABC pattern, but it is awfully deep and awfully weak. Okay, it's trying to make a, I would be more inclined here to dump here at, say, 61.36. Like a breakout fade. 36, what is it? We'll do 34 though. Come on. Alert. Why are you? What do I got going on in the background? Come on. Click, 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 click. I gotta get going. 34. Fade. So we got fade month of October and November. We have Veterans Day. But we still have oil fade. Breakout failure. Okay. Alright. We're getting through here. Platinum, palladium, just kind of sideways little ascending triangle. What do we have here? Platinum, possibly inverted head and shoulders, gasoline. Any day now, sister. Well, first off, Kev, it's month. There you go. There's gasoline. Okay, so we got a breakout. Silver. Oh, I took off my down gold and down silver on the stock hoot thing. All I do is just try to get it out there, the best I can. Like I said, my kind of life went upside down in May, and so I'm kind of tired, spacey, and not a lot of time to do something I like to do this year. So, but things are beginning to get back on track here. So hopefully here by the end of the year I can put something together here. Need to find support people. Downside is, of course, is the stock market opens up at 6:30, bonds 5:20, and if I hire somebody and come on in an hour earlier, it's 4:20. They'll definitely show up at 4:20, right? All right, so took the long side of bonds. We got to get the line there. Did I already go all the way around? There's VIX futures. Okay, I have settings here for the POC and back on here. Like I said, it's one of these where, VIX gets down to whatever, and you just buy into it. Buy at 11, buy at 10, buy at 9, buy at 8 kind of thing. Okay, the Dow, I took a short side of the Dow, but we might be able to snake through here overnight. We'll see about Japan. But remember, a lot of these legs up were on weaker volume. And then bonds, and we're back to 6A again, right? Yeah, bonds. So I need an alarm over here. Bonds, 511, 151.11. It's half, 3/4. No, not 3/4. At or above. Watch for equity sell-off and hiding debt. Because what happens is seasonally interest rates come down because of the holiday shopping season. The Fed floods the market with cash. And corn, 350. That'll be fine. I prefer 275. And here's my meal. What's this look like? Ooh, we got a bounce back in meal. This is March of 18. It's a seasonal type deal. There's my notes. Where are we at there? And we're back to beans again. I think I went through all of this. Okay, I'm going to leave you at this. I'm going to hand break it so I can make it, and I'll post it on the YouTube. Thank you for following me, and subscribers look for some stuff. All right, take care. Bye.